It was a wicked two-year slump, but the advertising industry is bouncing back. The world's largest ad agency, WPP, said first-half billings were up 8.5%. With us now is the CEO of WPP, Sir Martin Sorrell. He's at the World Economic Forum in Tianjin, China. Sir Martin, good of you to join us this morning. Let me ask you this. What do the trends you're seeing in advertising right now tell you about the world economy?
Well, up until the end of August, and we now have August numbers in, we've been doing certainly better than we budgeted. We budgeted flat for the year, like-for-like revenues. We revised that at the end of Q1 to 2%, end of Q2 to 4%. And in August, we saw continued sequential growth with revenues, like-for-like revenues, up 8% across the world, and year-to-date up 3.5%. So looking through the rear-view mirror, things look significantly better than we anticipated. And on a month-by-month basis, with the exception of a small blip in June, we've seen sequential improvement in the like-for-like growth rate from January through to August. So it's quite encouraging. The two issues that people are very focused on and clients are very uncertain about are Eurozone contagion. I think less of an issue now than perhaps it was a few weeks ago. And then secondly, and probably more importantly, what's going to happen in the US next year. There is worry about the end of the Bush tax cuts. There are worries about the administration and its view of business and business taxation. Business profits as a proportion of GNP are virtually at an all-time high in the US. And I think as sectors of society make greater sacrifices, there's a feeling that business should be taxed more. So those are issues that worry, but when we look at what's happened to date, things look better than we anticipated. And as we said in the first half statement, it's a question of America biting back. We've seen growth year to date in America of over 7%, which is clearly unsustainable against GDP growth of 2%. So advertising, a proportion of GNP, has increased significantly in the States in this year. So America has bitten back, and traditional media has bitten back too.
Sir Martin, on what medium are your clients most comfortable spending their advertising dollars right now?
Well, they're increasingly investing in digital. It's now 28% of our business. On average, they're spending about 12, 13 or 14% of their worldwide budgets on internet, new media and digital. Here in China, it's 5%, but it is growing fairly rapidly with the growth of China Mobile, which, for example, is 550 million mobile subscribers. Mobile subscribers are in China around 700 million. So we're seeing significant growth because of new technology like the iPad and smartphones, but also because in the faster-growing markets, the BRICS, the Next 11, the civets, as some people are now using as a mnemonic for the fast-growth markets, mobile leapfrogs the PC online. So online and digital, but we've also seen an increase in demand for traditional, because last year we had surplus inventory post-Lehman, and media owners had a lot of surplus inventory in free-to-air television, in newspapers and magazines, in outdoor and radio, and that's increased the relative attractiveness of old media. There is also a little bit of a feeling
Sir Martin, though, before you go,
old media represents brand development, new media promotion and price.
Sir Martin, before you go, with about 20 seconds, speaking of old media, U.S. newspaper advertising revenues hit a 27-year low in the first quarter. Have we seen the bottom?
Right. I don't think so. You'll see continued degradation, but it depends how you define a newspaper. When I receive the Wall Street Journal or the Financial Times or indeed Bloomberg on my iPad, is that a newspaper, or is it a new newspaper, or is it a new form of communication? So there's a definitional issue here we have to get straight. Newspapers are up in their new form. They're down and will continue to go down in their old form.
Sir Martin Sorrell, we thank you for joining us from Tianjin, China at the World Economic Forum. Sir Martin is the CEO of WPP, the world's largest advertising agency.